what makes you a chattel, makes you property of the United States, and what does that entail? And a lot of us don't really indulge in or understand or have been educated on trust law. And here's why that's important. Every country that's established is based upon trust law. And when you get involved into trust law, you have to have there's a grantor of the trust, there are trustees, there are beneficiaries, and there are assets. So I have in my life, I have studied taxation from several aspects and avenues and trust law to really understand what has placed us in this quagmire of a situation that we are subjected to, not only in America, but in other countries as well. And it's all based on trust law, where if you look at the United States as a large trust, because there's a question that has been floating out there for a long time. What makes you liable to pay taxes? Now there's two answers, or there's two avenues to explore. Let me say that. You can explore the avenue of the tax code and have an answer, which which is in relation to your sale and distribution of certain products inside this thing we call America. Or you can look at it from its true sense, which is based upon its citizens being a asset inside of a trust. And so trust 101 is the assets inside of the trust, all the funds that's within the trust go to maintaining the asset inside of the trust. And anything that's left over, that becomes, that has to go back into the trust. It can't be uh uh taken out. So the trust side of the answer in relation to what makes you obligated to pay taxes is the fact that you're an asset in the trust from birth, having a birth certificate, which is your bond, and then you're operating in the medium of exchange, which we call currency or fiat currency, what we know as the US dollar. So what that means is once you take care of all your responsibilities at the end of the year, this is this tax year that say that the United States establishes, that's when the asset is required to give its accounting of what it had to take care of in relation to all its expenditures. And everything that's left over is taxable income. That's when you do your itemized deductions. So when you do your itemized deductions, understand that they don't tell you this in school. You're doing itemized deductions based upon the fact that you are an asset in the trust. And so that's why everything that after you deduct all of your expenditures, what's left is taxable income, where the United States takes its portion and puts it back into its trust, the things that you didn't need. That's why the rich, they increase their deductions so that their deductions outweigh or take away any excess cash, or it also yields to them uh, a substantial amount of return above and beyond even what they expended. So this is the biggest secret that the big and wealthy know, which is also why you hear on the news Donald Trump has escaped taxation and pay less taxes than people that make $20,000 a year. Why is that important when it comes to cryptocurrency and the other mediums that our brothers are going to discuss? Is because when you get out of the asset, the paradigm of utilizing certain mediums of currency to barter with, as you engage in self identification and becoming a nation, all of this is working in tandem and it all comes together in one complete circle. And I was just listening to the conversation, And all of this, it strike me as important to say what I'm saying now, so that you understand that when we move forward as a nation, we move forward under trust of the nation, and not under the trust of our oppressors or the powers that be, that have been utilizing us as assets, and they set their own beneficiaries. Who have been the beneficiaries of the trust? It has been the Queen of England. It has been the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the J.P. Morgan Chases, all of those wealthy and powerful organizations, and those that have private business. Private business, if you didn't know, controls everything. The Rothschild said, "Own nothing but control everything." So the control aspect is within the trust. The trustees control. So when you got the IRS coming in, they're the bookkeepers of the trust. The Treasury Department is one of the trustees. So I'm trying to get you to in the mindset of doing a paradigm shift to understand what we're looking at, so that you can see the bigger picture of what our brothers are trying to convey to you as we move forward.